To the next person that sits there and tells me and calls me paranoid or tells me this is all in my head, I want them to explain to me why about 3 years ago I got blackmailed. I got a message on Facebook blackmailing me, trying to get me to send them a video of me pleasuring myself. I refused, and they sent me a picture of my dad, his Facebook picture. They said, I know who your dad is. If you don't do this, you will never see your kids. I promise you, you will never be able to go home and see your kids again. Okay. I didn't comply. And here I am with a restraining order on me and my children. I can't see or talk to them. You want to tell me that's all in my head? You want to tell me how it's all in my head that when I was going through the psychosis, I was going through with my ex and I was hearing voices of women that were sleeping with him behind my back that I actually found proof of on his phone. And one of the that a third party text messaged me messaged me on Facebook and knew one of the girls' names. Like, how did they know the voices in my head's names? They said that my boyfriend and my dad were bringing girls to my house, bringing guys to my house to see this girl that was in my head, that was torturing me. How is that possible? How is that in my head then? How is that fully in my head and not someone else's responsibility? How is that not intrusive thoughts? How is that not being done through technology? And then rubbed in my face that they were doing it and knew exactly what they were doing and rubbing it in my face that they were doing it to me and that no one was going to believe me when I said it. But as that happens, I'm sitting here and I cannot call or talk to my children or see them. And I didn't comply with that blackmail. Now, is that fair? Do I deserve that because I didn't play with myself on camera and send it to some stranger that I didn't know who was on the other end? Do I deserve that? Is that abuse? Is that legal? Were my rights violated? Were laws broken against me? How's that in my head? How am I crazy? Can you answer? Tell me how I'm crazy. I'll sit here and look at the camera for 10 minutes. And I'd really ask you to explain how it's all in my head. No. Guess it's literally happening. I'm living it and going through it. It's literally my life. This kid came into my life. God told me what he was going to do. And stupidly, I believed what everyone told me. Oh, you're crazy. It's all in your head. You're hearing things and seeing things. You're schizophrenic. No, God told me the truth, showed me the truth, and I didn't listen. And now I'm sitting here alone and I can't talk to my kids. That's not fair. That's not right. And when someone says 7 years ago that this was going to happen, and then it plays out the exact way that it was said, that's not craziness or in your head or paranoia or anything of a mental illness. That is literally the life you are living. Meanwhile, everyone says, you're mentally unstable, you're really? If you stopped yelling at me and screaming at me or blaming at me or telling me I'm doing things that I'm not, or yelling at me for closing my eyes for too long, or yelling at me because I'm standing and not sitting down, or whatever I'm doing that's bothering you, because for some reason just my existence bothers my family, like, I don't know what else to do. But those are my babies. I can't give up on my kids. I can't do that. No mother could. I miss them so much. I just want them to know how much I miss them and love them. I have no one to say this to, and I bet you the person I tell them to, I say, the person I text and check up on them probably doesn't say, hey, your mom checks up on you and misses you, or she's having a really hard time without you. I bet you none of that goes without being said. I bet you that goes without being said. You know what I mean? They're probably being told, oh, mommy chose to go out there. Mommy wants to be out there with that guy instead of being home with you, and that's not the truth. Mommy's single. Mommy's alone. Mommy don't want to be out here. Mommy wants to be with you guys, and mommy can't because they won't let me. They keep lying about me and making stuff up about me that isn't true, or taking things that I say and do and exaggerating it to a point where it looks like I'm crazy when I'm not. I'm just cautious and worried because some things don't add up. I'm really sorry for everything I put everyone through, but I'm not sorry for being put through this because I didn't ask for this. Be wary of who you talk to, who you let into your life, because you never, ever, ever know what the hell they are freaking capable of. If I could take anything back, I would take that one ride back. That faithful ride to that apartment that day. I would have just stayed home and dealt with it at home. I wish I'd never had crossed paths with that person. It all traces back to that one person. And I lost everything. Well, they're moved on and probably more money than God, get everything they want. Yeah, who knows? I just know I lost everything. Sorry, I just feel like speaking. I just have no one to talk to. This is a part of my healing process, I guess. If anyone else feels like this or is going through something like this, you can message me and hit me up. I'd love to hear from you. Love to hear support. Love to hear from mothers going through the same thing, or, how to fight it, what I should do, what steps I should take, how to get back in my kids' lives the right way without acting irrational and making my case worse, I don't want to, but as a mother, you just want to scream and yell like a mama bear, like, give me my kids. And you can't, because then oh my God, God forbid you act like a mom that protects their kids. Oh God. Your son's stable. Good. No, no, no. We want the people that are passive aggressive and don't give a shit and just like, eh. I cooked. If you eat, you don't, you don't. I search and find and do anything and cook anything. Make sure I cook something. I'll cook 2 different things for each of my kids to make sure that both eat, instead of just cooking whatever I like and they can eat if they want. Hey, that's the difference between a mother and a caregiver. So frustrating. I'm being robbed of a very important part of my life and my kids' lives, and it's not fair. I love you guys. Blessed be. Stay well. To my kids, I love you so much and miss you. If you see this, I hope you see it. I love you guys. Hopefully, I'll see you soon.